Hi everyone, this is Dr. Theresa Nicassio from theresanicassio.com. And first of all, I just want to say hi, happy Sunday. I'm here at my one of my special happy places, and I'm also going to share with you a little bit about what's up and coming. But I thought I would first share with you a piece of heaven that I get to call home. I guess it's beautiful. It's a bog that actually was almost destroyed. It took like thousands of years to develop. I don't know if you can see it very well here. Let me turn this camera around, see if I can get a better angle. Hold on a second. Here we go. This is a really stunning, beautiful, very unique piece of land. It's called a bog, and a bog is kind of it's not quite a swamp, but it's got its own unique flora and fauna. But what happened was it took about 3,000 years to develop, and then a while back, and within like 50 years, it was almost entirely destroyed by kind of nearby developments, of the properties and such. So it's a place where we've seen many owls and bats live here, but there's also a lot of medicinal herbs. Like there's I think this is a Labrador tea down here. And lots of other things, lots of beautiful sphagnum moss and blueberries, lots and lots of wild blueberries. And it's, as you can see, it's a really peaceful place. And they have this lovely boardwalk that they've created so that it helps to protect the wildlife. And so when people stay on the path, it really helps with that. And every Saturday, there's folks who come here and help to restore it. But something I didn't realize, there was a guy, he was called the Crazy Bogger, and my husband and kids did some work volunteering, and I just discovered here that he actually died in 2013. I didn't know it. Dennis Underhill, and so they're honoring him. He would come here, and he lived his life and his passion to recover this bog. And look at this, he's just done a gorgeous job. In different times of the year, the moss has different colors, and it's really beautiful. Anyway, I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to talk a little bit more. I'm going to share a little bit about what's up and coming on the show. And I think I'll sit down so I don't make you quite so dizzy. And I apologize ahead of time for my less than my hands sometimes shake, so I apologize for that when that happens. Oh, but I should mention I am here. I'm not alone. I have my beautiful Nana, our beautiful dog, with me, and she loves it in nature too. And nothing actually makes me happier, I don't think, than being in nature and hearing the bird sounds and seeing the squirrels run up the trees and so forth. Anyway, so up and coming, we have some terrific shows on the horizon. This coming Thursday, it starts. I'm going to have a fellow on named Rick Shapiro. Now, Rick Shapiro is passionate about helping people fight cancer, prevent cancer, and he came about this quite honestly because his dad died of cancer, and then he became quite obsessed with, what is it, and there's got to be a way to break this code. So he just started researching, and he found that there's certain people that even in their late stages of terminal cancer have been able to reverse it. So he said, these are the people we need to study. And so he has made it, his dad died 20 years ago, and he's made it his life passion to study it. And he wrote a book that just came out called Hope Never Dies. And he interviewed 20 people who were late stage terminal cancer folks who they were told, pack up your bags, say your goodbyes, and are actually still alive today and making a difference in empowering people. But also he interviewed 5 of the some leading experts who are helping people to do this, who are thinking outside the box. And it's not about rejecting any particular any particular modality, but it's really about thinking outside the box and from an integrative perspective of healthcare. And so he has learned a lot of great things, and he is going to be sharing a lot of the highlights of what he learned from these beautiful people that he interviewed and that he wrote about in his book Hope Never Dies. So again, Rick Shapiro. It starts Thursday. If you want to listen live, you can do that. You don't have to, but live is kind of fun, and that because that's at 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is noon East Coast time. But you can access it from anywhere in the world. So the anyway, so if you just go to theresanicassio.com, all the information's there. I'll put, we've got people coming by here. Woo! I don't want to, it's just me that's on here, so you're good. Yeah, it's like beautiful people, little people, big people. Hi, little man. It's good to be me. His shirt. Oh, careful you don't trip on that leash. Hold on a second. Here, oh, don't trip on the leash. You're gonna, here, we'll do it with that. There you go. Okay, sure. Bye-bye. Good to meet you. Anyway, I didn't want that little, I think it's like 1-year-old or 2-year-old. He's just walking. He's so cute. Anyway, so once it's on, you go TheresaNicassio.com, Theresa with an H, EresaNicassio. I will put a link to the show. I almost have the page done, the website for Rick done. It's not quite done, but as soon as that's done, I'll put that down here in the comments. But it's this Thursday, mark your calendar, 9 a.m. After it airs, it will be then available as a recorded. You can listen to it anytime, 24/7. So if you're working or it just doesn't work for you, no worries. Because once it's up, which Jay, our wonderful producer for healthylife.net, he often is within the same day, but at least by Monday or so at the very latest. If it's, but usually it's the same evening I'm able to do that, which is really, really wonderful. So that's this month. And then next month, we have a really, I love her. She's such a beautiful human being. Nadine, the gluten-free RN. I have a hard time pronouncing her last name, just to be honest. So, Nadine, I'm sorry. I always have a hard time saying it. You're going to have to coach me when you're on the show. It's like Griziak. Anyway, I can't do it. I will, by next month, the second Thursday of the month, I will have your name down. But anyway, so Nadine's going to be on. She is, as I mentioned, the gluten-free RN and extremely knowledgeable about gluten. Now, everybody wonders, what's the deal with gluten? Is there anything that we need to really think about? And the research continues to come out, and there's more and more nuances that we're discovering that affect not just people with celiac disease, it's turning out, but really just understanding how that the human body responds to the gluten molecule. And she's been going training. She actually just recently was on a cruise over, I think, on the Danube with other folks who were leaders in the field and such. So we're going to get the latest, greatest update on what we know about gluten as that continues to evolve. And then, so this is August. That's September. So October now. Sorry I couldn't get it sooner, but October's still good. It will help you plan ahead. We have Andy Lopez is going to be on. He is a hoot. It's going to be a fun show. I was recently on his show. He calls himself the invisible gardener because he does a lot of gardening at night. He's just a funny guy, but he's super passionate about saving the planet and organic, growing food organically and such. In fact, so much so that his show, the show that I was on, is called Don't Panic, It's Organic. And he wrote a book. And by the way, Andy, hi there. I didn't get to tell you, but I think 2 days ago or so, I just got your book. So I'm so excited. It looks gorgeous. Again, called Don't Panic, It's Organic. Looking forward to that. Now for December's show, I still haven't yet officially invited a guest yet. I've got a really wonderful holiday idea in mind. So I'm not going to say what it is because I'm not sure. I want to make sure it happens. And I've actually found someone that I haven't contacted. It's a total stranger. I just found some beautiful work that they were doing, great work online. And I'm going to cold call them and see if they'll come on the show. So we'll see what happens with on that front. But it's a really exciting show planned. And then just following the holidays, gosh darn it, I'm bad with names. We have for the January show, I can't remember her name, brain fart. But we're going to be having a really important show that I thought was perfect right after the holidays. It's about the author. You may have heard of it. It's a brand new book. It's already been talked about in the New York Times. It's called Age in Place. Age in Place. So it's about helping all of us, helping ourselves and helping our loved ones be able to stay at home during those during that last chapter in our lives safely. So the guest, she's an OT, a geriatric OT of many, many years, has been doing home care and is empowering with really practical solutions for making staying at home safe and more feasible. And also talking about some of the psychological things and relational pieces about talking with our loved ones, our parents, if you will, in a way that's kind, loving, respectful, not taking over their lives, and those the hard talk conversations about what to do and how to prepare so that people are more likely to stay at home or able to stay at home, and there may be times when it's not feasible. But anyway, so that's an exciting show. And then we have some for 2019. I'm very much putting a lot of thought into what you might want to hear and what are some of the things that are big buzz. So one of the big buzzes that has been going around is around the opioid crisis. And so there's the opioid crisis. There's also the whole cannabis controversy. And there's an overlay between those things. And there's a lot around just, living with pain. So I'd like to have sometime during 2019, maybe starting in February, a pain and addiction series is what I'm thinking, and uncovering from a compassionate perspective and a place of curiosity about how we might be able to address pain and do things differently. And then there's just two other kind of ideas that I'm playing with, given the what's going on. One is empowering children, an empowering children series, and I have someone who's going to be a guest who is doing some amazing work around helping kids who've been sexually abused by a parent, and helping the legal system and our policies maybe take a second look at how we're doing things so that kids are not put in continued danger and the implications of that. So that's a lot, but anyway, I'm so excited about all these things, and again, there's some other thoughts. I've had a couple of things that have come up around genocide and people who have survived that and have done some great things, and Rwanda genocide. I also have someone who maybe I might want to have on who get the past tense here, who was a suicide bomber, who's alive, who obviously didn't carry through, and has an amazing story, and is writing a book about his story. And he's about my age now. He's a middle-aged man and been through hell and back. So I've just got these are some of the ideas brewing, and again, continue to let me know. I know I get lots and lots of offers to offer the show, and keep sending them in, even if it's not feasible now. Again, I'm thinking more in thematic ways. It might be down the road, maybe in a year or two. So don't be afraid to send in, and don't take it personally if I can't get you on, or if I can't get you on anytime soon. Especially now that I'm at monthly show instead of weekly, what I'm able to do is a little different. But I'm doing a lot of creative things. But I want to have a special thanks again for our show sponsor, New Roots Herbal, who, if you don't know New Roots Herbal, they are an amazing nutritional supplement. Integris, they do like double, triple quality control. Is you know that when you get their products, it's safe, it's good, it's actually what it says is in it is actually what's in it, and I just have so much gratitude for Sonia and New Roots Herbal for that, and a lot of you probably also know about their magazine Flourish. Used to be, what was it used to be called? oh, I'm blocking on the name, Natural Facts magazine, but now it's Flourish, and I'm a regular contributor to that. And so if you haven't checked out newrootsherbal.com, do it. They've got great resources, education, and we've even had one of the naturopaths on the show, and maybe we'll have another time. So we're hoping for that in the next little while. So again, happy Sunday. I will finish, and hi Diane. It's good to have you here. It was nice chatting with you earlier today. But I'm going to turn this around so you guys can get one more good look at this beautiful landscape that we get to call home, and take it in, the happy place. Not sure where you are, but you can, no matter where you are, you can invite yourself into this place of nature and quiet, beauty. And I'll be signing off shortly, but on that note, again, if you have ideas for shows, be sure to let me know. You can even jot them down here, but you can also message me. If we're friends, I get the messages easier. I don't really understand. I'm not so good with, as much as social media as I do. I still am. I apologize for all the mistakes I've made. I'm still learning, and it turns out there's lots of times where there's people. Because if you're not a friend, then the messages come through a different way. So I apologize if you've sent messages and I haven't responded. But anyway, if we're friends, then it's easier because it gets in my box better. Okay, so folks, have a great Sunday, and I hope you can join us for the show for this Thursday. And if not, listen later. That's all good. It will be available forever. It's at theresanicassio.com. You can get to and you can listen to any of the past shows. Literally every show I've had. I don't know how many shows it's been now. It's been a lot of shows, like a lot of shows. But anyway, you can, so it's been like, I don't know, maybe 60 shows. So you can go through, and also I have, oh, by the way, yeah, that's the other thing, is I have a YouTube channel, and I haven't put that much energy into it, but I want to do more in that. So I actually have a lot of good things on there already, but I'm going to be doing some things. I've got some ideas for some series on that. So be sure to subscribe to that if you want to kind of keep up on that. And anyway, bless all of you, and until next time, this is Theresa Nicassio from TheresaNicassio.com. Adios.